Oh, oops. I'm really sorry about that. Oh man, sorry. Yeah. Thank you, Alan Crow, for saying that. I completely thought I was muted there. I mean, I thought I was unmuted. Oh, sorry. Oops. I'm really sorry about that. Oops. Alrighty, so we've currently got a severe thunderstorm warning for a lot of the Memphis areas currently. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry about that. So we've currently got severe thunderstorm warnings across the Memphis area right now. This is for a tornado possible, 60 miles an hour winds and 1-inch hail. This is a pretty strong storm that we're looking at here, and yeah, that's a pretty significant storm. I think we're looking at a lot of strong winds with this. We could see a little bit of QLCS tornadoes here, but we're looking at some very strong winds in this area right now. 50 miles an hour, 40, 50 miles an hour winds. Yeah, thank you so much there, Alan Crow. I did not mean to do that. Remember, some of these storms could produce a tornado across this little linear line we have. But man, if we see any prefrontal storms, which we're not seeing any right now, but if we see any storms ahead of like this main part, then that's where we're looking at more of that tornado threat. If we see any storms like going through this area here, forming ahead of the line. Like if we see any storms forming ahead of the line. Got family in Paris, Tennessee, northeast of there. Oh, here we go. Paris, Tennessee is right here. Okay. That was not too difficult to look at. So, Paris, Tennessee is looking like they're kind of on the edge of this. They're kind of on, like, the northern part of it. There is actually severe thunderstorm warning heading pretty close to their area to the south with some hail and tornado possible threat. But it looks like it's a lot more messy and kind of disorganized in their area. Remember, this stuff here near Dyersburg could strengthen a little bit once it hits their area, but I'll definitely be keeping a close eye on that. But right now, it looks like they're just gonna see some strong thunderstorms. Not something too severe, but we'll keep paying attention to that there. We also have a tornado warning up here. Let's go check this out. This is in the whole area where all the flash flooding has occurred. Okay, that just expired. Never mind. Well, so we have this severe thunderstorm warning over here north of the Memphis area. This includes Covington, Ripley, Bethel, Tibbs, Brownsville, Alamo, Bethel, and Bell's areas here, in north of Memphis areas here. The threats for this is going to be ping pong ball sized hail and 6 miles an hour wind gusts, as golf ball sized hail was reported at Richardson's Landing at 6:23 p.m. CST here, or CDT. But yeah, I don't see too much hail currently, but I do see that there's definitely potentially hail with this. So I'm definitely going to be watching this and keeping a close eye on this storm, as it's definitely pretty strong. So yeah, we also have some more severe thunderstorm warnings to the south over here. This is for the lower threat down here through Louisiana. A lot of these storms look a little more disorganized down here, but we've got multiple severe thunderstorm warnings for the risk of mostly 60 miles an hour winds. The hail threat is a lot weaker down here, in my opinion. But this storm has a tornado possible here for Natchitoches. I'm probably completely saying that wrong, so I'll just say southwestern Natchitoches and northeastern Sabine parishes. But yeah, it's not easy to pronounce that place. I know it's just a little bit of a bigger town. There's a tad bit of rotation on that storm that I'm watching, but besides that, it's not too crazy currently. Alright, so let's go back up to this storm here towards the Memphis region real quick. Yeah, this is a really, really strong storm here heading into the Memphis metro, and it's really organized. I think this is going to produce some, 50 to 60 miles an hour winds potentially for the Memphis metropolitan area here. Um, yeah, it's looking like 60 miles an hour winds and quarter-size hail with a tornado possible tag actually on this storm, which is definitely pretty concerning with this storm right here that we are watching currently. I definitely am seeing some strong winds on the radar here from this storm heading towards Memphis. So anyone in Memphis, if you're outdoors right now, which I wouldn't be outdoors if I were you, like completely, you don't need to take shelter in your basement right now. I'm not seeing too much crazy tornadic. I'm not seeing too much rotation. There might be a little area of rotation up north of Memphis right now, but besides that, just really get indoors right now. Get inside of whatever, if a home, apartment, anything. You can get indoors right now. Like just anything where you're indoors and not outside. Because this is going to be some pretty strong winds that's going to be heading in with us. Remember, guys, if you need to ask me any questions, I will answer them here in the chat. Trust me, I love answering guys' questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. They're getting a little bit of backside snow there in Oklahoma City. I'm gonna look back at Alan Crow's area real quick for that summon that he knows. Yeah, still looking like the same thing. The storm here near Dyersburg is strengthening a tad bit, but it's just this clump of storms up to the north down here is kind of just moving their threat a little bit. But yeah, I do still see that threat though. I mean, the storms are pretty strong. They're just not severe right now. Sorry about that. Having some bad allergies right now. Trying to find which radar is the best for this area. It's kind of you can see flashes in the sky. Yeah, I bet there's a lot of lightning there. But yeah, that's some pretty strong storms over there. But not completely severe right now. There is a severe thunderstorm to the south of them. They're kind of in like a really bad radar zone. They're kind of in between all the different radars, and it's kind of making the radar there not the best, in my opinion. I think this might be the best radar to use for their area. But yeah, I'm definitely a little concerned about this storm, but I don't know if it's just going to stay a little bit to the south of them. But if this storm right here grows, then it could definitely impact the Paris area. Check the winds right now, not too crazy. But yeah, I'll definitely be paying attention to that. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning issued here. This does include, it still includes Memphis, because Memphis is actually getting impacted by this right now. But this includes Millington, Arlington, Galloway, Braden, Mason, Charleston, Stanton, Oakland, Collierville, Rossville, Olive Branch, South Haven, Horn Lake, Lynchburg, Walls, and Bartlett. Yeah, they're not in the best spot for radar. Yeah, they're kind of like in a bad radar zone, but it's okay. Yeah, I can still get good information for their radar there. But yeah, we do have this organized storm, and I'm a little concerned of maybe a little QLCS tornado potential here north of Memphis. So I'm definitely going to be paying attention to this, as this is a really populated region. I'm not seeing too much velocity couplets right now, but this definitely could be a risk in the future from this there. But definitely some strong winds moving through Memphis right now. Definitely. right here. Hope everybody's currently having a fantastic day. Remember, they do have that tornado possible sign on that Memphis storm. That's why I'm a little concerned about that. But definitely some strong winds moving through West Memphis, and the city of Memphis right now is getting completely hammered by this. For the severe thunderstorm warning to the north, we have a severe thunderstorm warning for Gilt Edge, Covington, Durhamville, St. Peters, Brownsville, Christmasville, Bells, Gadsden, Murray City, Alamo, and Friendship here. I'm definitely watching the tornado threat with these storms, and I do think that the tornado threat is going to significantly increase through the night here. We're going to have a nighttime tornado threat in the future with these storms. This is why I'm really concerned about these storms right now, guys. With this here. I am watching these storms, and I do see the wind threat that they have, but I'm also watching the tornado threat with these. And I'm definitely thinking that we do have a tornado threat with these storms, so we're going to continue to watch these storms throughout these areas here. Remember, if you guys have any questions to ask, feel free to ask them, because I will answer anyone's questions. But if you don't, then that's also perfectly fine. Yeah, some of the storms in this I was saying that some of the storms in this enhanced risk of severe weather are going to be like occurring at like completely like overnight, like 1 a.m. or something like that. So we're just at the start of this event, guys. I won't be live for the entire thing. Trust me, I'm not going to be live at 1 a.m. or something like that. I'm just saying. But yeah, still watching this severe thunderstorm warning here over towards Bartlett, Lakeland, Germantown. Oh, we actually have a new tornado warning. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty close to the Paris area there for Allen Crow there. I'm definitely going to be watching that. That's concerning. So we have a tornado warning south of Paris, where Allen Crow knows someone at. So this tornado warning includes Maury City, Friendship, Milan, Trenton, Gibson, Humboldt, Bethel, and Atwood here. This is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located near Fort Deer. This includes Crockett County in West Tennessee, southern Gibson County, east central Lauderdale County, southwestern Carroll County in West Tennessee, north central Haywood County in West Central Tennessee here. This is a tornado warning in effect, and there's no tornado on the ground with this, but they issued this tornado warning to show that there's a potential for a tornado to occur here, as we have an area of rotation. It's not the craziest rotation we have, but it's definitely enough to cause a tornado warning, and there could definitely be a potential tornado with this. Luckily, I think this may avoid the Paris, but it's definitely close there. So I'm definitely going to be watching that area there for you there, Allen Crow. But yeah, Humboldt and Trenton areas are going to be impacted by this, so definitely be taking shelter if you are in these regions. I'm going to pay attention to this significantly. We have a new tornado warning in effect. This is for like the worst radar zone you can possibly find in your life. There's terrible radar down here, but yeah, this is what we're relying on is this. But we have a tornado warning in effect here. This includes southern Drew County in southeastern Arkansas. This is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located over Liddell or 12 miles south of Monticello, moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. So I can't get like any radar with this, but there's definitely a big area of rotation that I'm concerned about. And there could be a tornado on the ground. It's just the radar is so bad here that I have no clue if there's a tornado on the ground, because the radar is just terrible. We're super far away from the radar, but I'm definitely seeing a strong area of rotation that I'm really concerned about with this. That really concerns me. I wish they had better radar there. Wow. We have another severe thunderstorm warning here all the way down towards Louisiana. This does include Quitman, Chowdrant, Downsville, Farmerville, Vienna, and Ruston areas. This is There's a little bit of rotation with that I'm definitely watching. It has a tornado possible signature on this and a risk for 60 miles an hour winds. This is a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Jackson Parish, eastern Lincoln Parish, northwestern Ouachita Parish, I don't know how to say that, southeastern Union Parish, and east central Bienville Parish in northwestern Louisiana here, where we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for a strong storm moving in. Alright, let's go back to this storm over towards Tennessee here. Sorry guys, it's really hard to talk that much consistently, you know what I mean? Thanks to everyone for checking out my live stream currently. It means a lot to me. I'm definitely watching this storm here. And I'll be paying attention to see if any tornado touches down. Especially for this storm. Oh, we have a new tornado watch in effect here. This does include Nashville metropolitan areas. This is for a few tornadoes possible. Includes Dixon, Nashville, Bowling Green, Clarksville, Hopkins, Columbia, and central Tennessee and south central Kentucky here for a few tornadoes possible and some hail and wind potential. That's what I wanted to mention. I will pull that up on our screen here. This is this tornado watch right here. A few tornadoes possible, isolated hail to ping pong ball sized, and scattered gusts up to 70 miles an hour of winds. This doesn't include a population of 3 million, probably mostly because of the Nashville regions there. Definitely doesn't surprise me. Still actively watching this storm here near Friendship and Maury City heading towards Humboldt. And this other severe thunderstorm warning down here near Memphis. It looks like it's starting to weaken, the storm here over Memphis, but they are still getting hit with strong winds currently over the Memphis metro. And if you're in Bartlett, Lakeland, Oakland, Germantown, Collierville, Olive Branch, and Arlington, you do need to be heading indoors right now. Actively heading indoors, definitely. Alright, so I'm still watching this tornado warning up here towards Humboldt and Gibson. Remember to be taking shelter immediately if you are in Humboldt, Maury City, Alamo, Gibson, Milan, and Trenton here. This does include central Crockett, southern Gibson, southwestern Carroll counties. In Tennessee here, where we have this tornado warning in effect. So definitely be heading to your safe spots right now, as we have a tornado warning currently in effect here with this storm. Yeah, it's really hard to get good radar there for Paris. Definitely watching the storms for Paris, though. Alright, everybody. 1 second real quick here. Sorry about that noise in the background. That's just my fish tank. I forgot to fill the water in it, so it's making a loud noise. I just need to add a little bit of water of it because the water evaporates because it's an open lid fish tank. Alright. So for this storm here down towards Gibson and Milan here, it looks like the storm is weakening a little bit. And I'm definitely noticing that. I think the tornado threat has decreased a tad bit. But there definitely is a tornado threat with this. This doesn't mean you have to get out of your shelter. Stay in your shelter. If you are in Humboldt, Gibson, Milan, Atwood, and Trenton, and Maury City and Alamo, definitely be staying in your safe spot. And yeah, definitely stay in your safe spot. For the storm down back towards Memphis here, we still have this severe thunderstorm warning in effect. This does include the potential for strong winds and an isolated tornado threat. Right now I'm not seeing too much tornadic activity, but I'm definitely seeing some wind potential here, and any of these little areas across this QLCS line start to form a rotation, they could produce a tornado. So we definitely have to keep an eye on this area here over in this populated region of Memphis right now. If I go back to this tornado warning here down in southeastern Drew County in southern Arkansas, it's really hard to really see if there's a tornado on the ground with this storm, even though the rotation looks extremely strong. It's super far away from the radar. Like, literally, I've never seen something so far from the radar. But the rotation on it looks like really strong. It's just impossible to get radar data for this storm. But yeah, I hope everybody's currently having a great day right now. Remember to be watching my stream. One second, I need to pull up something real quick. Okay, here. So if we go back to the storm in Memphis, I'm definitely noticing a little bit of weakening with this storm, but there still is the tornado potential with any of these areas over here that can form a tornadic potential here with this. If I go back to this tornado warning up here towards Milan, Atwood, and Humboldt, I can definitely see the weakening of this storm, so I do not think the tornado threat is as significant as it earlier was, but there still is an area of rotation. I'm not seeing an insane amount of rotation with this storm. There's definitely not something that's insanely eye-catching with this, but I do still think you guys need to remain in your safe spots if you are in this area for the tornado potential here across Humboldt, Gibson, Milan, Atwood, and Trenton and Maury City areas where this tornado warning is currently in effect. So yeah, definitely remain in your safe spots with that storm. if we go down to these storms here in northern Louisiana, these ones are a lot more disorganized than some of these storms out towards Tennessee areas. But we do have a severe thunderstorm warning down here towards Jenna. This does include northern LaSalle Parish and north central Louisiana here. This is the threat of 60 miles an hour wind gusts and small hail. I definitely don't think there's too much of a hail threat with this storm, but definitely the strong wind potential. There is a tornado possible signature on this, and I am watching these storms with a tornado potential. I think the environment will be a little higher once we get over to these areas, but definitely I am watching that tornado potential with this here. Now, if I go up to this other storm over here, 1 second real quick. For Ruston and Chudrent, okay, there's a million counties in this system, but Ruston, Chudrent, Downsville, Farmerville, and Quitman areas in northern Louisiana here are under severe thunderstorm warning for 60 miles an hour wind gusts and small hail here. The tornado possible is also in effect with this storm. I'm not seeing too much rotation, but that could change in the future, so I'll definitely be watching that storm too. Now for the tornado warning, still remain in their safe spot over here towards southeastern Drew County, but right now I'm not seeing, I'm seeing a lot of rotation, but it's in the worst radar spot I've ever seen in my life. I mean, this looks like a lot, okay, we can now, but it looked like a lot of rotation earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a tornado with this storm. It's definitely possible. It just, the problem is the radar is so bad over there that we have literally no clue if there's a tornado or not with that storm, but definitely remain in your safe spot for southeastern Drew County and southern Arkansas. Sorry about that. Man, it's hard to talk for constantly, you know? Alright. Alrighty, for this storm over here in Memphis and Bartlett and Lakeland and Arlington and Oakland and Germantown, Collierville, I'll just name the county. This is a million counties. Southeastern Crittenden County, Northern DeSoto County, Northwestern Marshall County, Southeastern Tipton County, and even more counties, Shelby County, Shelby County and West Tennessee, are all in this severe thunderstorm warning here, including the city of Memphis. As a strong line of storms are moving in, I've noticed weakening with this. But the threat for strong winds are definitely there with this storm. So I'm definitely going to be watching this. And the tornado threat. I mean, I'm pretty sure this thunderstorm warning has a tornado possible, meaning we don't have a tornado warning. Like, you don't need to take shelter right now, but watch as there's tornado potential with this storm. Like this storm is favorable to produce rotation with this storm here, so I'm definitely going to be watching that with this here. For the Paris area, you asked when do you expect the line to cross to the Paris area. So right now, man, the radar is not great there for Paris. But there is that tornado warning still in effect to the south of Paris with a little bit of rotation effect. But if it would be a little bit easier if I had a little bit better radar with this. I don't even know. There's so many different radars to use. I don't know which one I should use the most, honestly. I don't know which one was the best radar to use. I think maybe this one would be the best. But this shows the line. I mean, I don't know what time it's going to head in because I can't really depict that, but I'd say maybe like 30-45 minutes or 30 minutes from now this will reach the Paris area. It's just kind of the track it's moving in, so whatever this clobber is right here, it's not severe right now, but whatever that is going to impact the Paris area in the future, and that's what I'm definitely watching for there. But definitely the threat for a little bit of winds with this towards Paris. I'm just thinking this is mostly strong thunderstorms in the Paris area, but I'll definitely be watching because if any of these storms strengthen, they could become severe in the future. Hope that answers your question. I don't really know the exact timing of when it's going to impact you, though. Like, the exact, time it's going to impact you, though. But still, for the storm here towards Memphis and Bartlett, this is still a really strong storm. Wait, whoa. I'm looking at it. There's a little bit of a hook there. I want to see that there. Okay, no rotation. So, if that hook had rotation on it, then I would have been more concerned for a tornado potential. But no. But still, Germantown, Collierville, Bartlett, Lakeland, Arlington, Olive Branch, and Byhalia areas in southern Tennessee and northern Mississippi need to be staying indoors. And this is a strong line of storms producing 50 miles an hour winds or so. So definitely be staying indoors as strong winds are headed your way for the severe thunderstorm warning here. Now back up for this tornado warning here. If you're in Milan, Gibson, Humboldt is no longer in this, but Trenton, Gibson, Milan, and Atwood is still in this tornado warning here that I've been watching. And although the rotation hasn't been too insane recently, I've definitely been watching this. The radar is not great up here, but I'm definitely watching the tornado potential with this storm. But it's not too crazy right now, but that doesn't mean you need to get out of your safe spot. Remain in your safe spot in Trenton, Atwood, Milan, and Gibson, and maybe even Bradford areas in central eastern or central western Tennessee with us here. This is more like western Tennessee. But yeah. We're just at the start of this event, guys. I mean, there's a huge enhanced risk area. I'm pretty sure they just updated that. But there's a big enhanced risk area that does include this entire area is under an enhanced risk. That's a huge enhanced risk. And this whole area is going to experience the potential for severe weather. We're only at the start of this event, guys. We have way more to go with this event over here. Across these areas here, we have way more to go. Way longer to go with this event. But this is definitely something I'll be watching. I won't be able to stay live all night, guys. Yeah, of course, they're Alan Crow. I won't be able to stay live all day long. I will probably, or all night long, sorry, because this event's going to occur overnight. Like, it's going to be here. It's going to impact some areas in Florida, in Alabama, and Georgia at like 1 in the morning. I'm just saying that I will stay live, but if other people like Ryan Hall, y'all, or something like that are live late, then tune into their streams 100% once I'm done streaming, because I'm not going to be live for too long because I have other stuff to do. I'm also going to have to eat dinner soon, so we'll have to take a break. But yeah, still was a severe thunderstorm warning here for Lakeland, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, and Germantown. I am noticing a little bit of strengthening now with this storm that I'm definitely watching here, so that's definitely a potential concern with this. Okay, yeah, these storms are definitely heading towards the Paris area, so I'm definitely watching this. Even though the radar... Okay, yep. Paris, for your area, they're out. For the family you have there in Paris, Tennessee, they are now in a severe thunderstorm warning box over there. This does include... this is a severe thunderstorm located over Dyer near Trenton, including southern Weakley County, central Gibson County, northern Carroll County, and Henry County, and west Tennessee here. This doesn't include Paris. Paris, Tennessee are under this. It actually includes a tornado possible sign on it, too. Plus 1 inch hail and 60 miles an hour wind gust threats. This is a severe, no longer a strong thunderstorm. We have a severe thunderstorm heading towards Paris, Tennessee that I am watching and keeping an eye on there for the Paris, Tennessee areas, as they're now in a significant threat for a severe thunderstorm warning here for Paris. It includes Paris, Henry, Gleason, Greenfield, Bradford, and Dyer and Trenton. Okay, never mind. Paris, Tennessee, Alan Crow, you are now in a tornado warning. So Paris, Tennessee is now in a tornado warning. This is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located near Dyer or near Trenton, moving east at 65 miles an hour. This is a really fast-moving storm. Whoa, tons of new tornado warnings just formed in the last few seconds. But a tornado warning is now in effect for Paris, Henry, Trenton, Dyer, and Bradford areas, as we have a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. Take cover immediately. Get to a basement, move to a storm shelter or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, then in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. This is a tornado warning in effect. Yeah, definitely time. Yeah, definitely time to go to the basement. Yeah, that's a tornado warning in effect. That's definitely not good. That's, what a coincidence, man. I'm sorry that there's a tornado warning for literally. Now I can say that there's someone on my stream that literally is watching for a tornado warning. That's pretty. Even though it's horrible, it's because it's bad that there's a tornado warning. It's great that I can help someone watch a tornado warning. So. But yeah, still take shelter now. There's a tornado warning for Trenton, Dyer, Bradford, Greenfield, Gleason, Mackenzie, Henry, and Big Sandy and Paris areas here, as we do have a tornado warning in effect. This is definitely a strong-looking storm, and I do see definitely some rotation with this storm here that I am watching. I don't see any correlation coefficient drop. That'll mean there's a tornado on the ground. There's not a tornado on the ground right now, as of what I know. But there's definitely that tornado potential with this storm that I am watching, and it is turning into a pretty strong storm in general. Now we just have another severe thunderstorm warning here. Another tornado warning I'm at north of Paris, Tennessee. So wow, there's tons of tornado warnings forming. We have this tornado warning here down near Milan, Atwood, and north of Humboldt areas. We have another tornado warning for Paris, and we have another tornado warning north of Paris for Cottage Grove and Puryear areas here. There's definitely some rotation with that storm there near Cottage Grove and Puryear. So a lot of storms currently ongoing. A lot of tornado potential occurring now, as we have plenty of tornado warnings in effect here. Now, I wanted to mention, with this storm over here, that's in a horrible radar zone, that's severe thunderstorm capable producing a tornado located over Omega or near Dumas, moving northeast at 60 miles an hour, and a second tornado possible near Tiller. This is in a horrible radar zone, but we are watching that tornado threat as there is some rotation with that. Yeah, it just blew up. Like, the storms, literally, it was just like strong storms. The storms just formed out of nowhere, and they're really strong. So yeah, that's definitely a concern for Paris that I am watching right now. Yeah. Okay, here. Remember, these storms are going to impact the Nashville areas in the future. We also have a different tornado warning. This does include Cary and Rolling Fork. So where that Rolling Fork tornado happened like a really, really long time ago, that was really unfortunate. That tornado warning is still, that is now in effect. We have a new tornado warning for Cary and Rolling Fork here. This is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing tornado located over Tyndall or 8 miles east of Delhi. Moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. These are really fast-moving storms here with this tornado warning that's now in effect. The radar is not the best, and that's what we've been dealing with for a lot of these storms. It's not the best radar, but I am seeing an area of rotation. It's not insanely strong, but this definitely could produce a tornado, so definitely take shelter in Cary and Rolling Fork areas. Alright, let's go back up to this other storms. For the severe thunderstorm warning in Memphis, these storms aren't too strong right now, but they still are potentially severe here, as we have strong winds in Arlington and Galway that I am watching with that there. Alright, let's go back to this storm here. Tornado warning also in effect for Cottage Grove and Puryear here. I do see an area of rotation with that just north of Paris right now. I don't know if there's a tornado with this right now, but I'm definitely watching that. There's definitely an area of rotation I'm watching. It's tight, so I'm watching that. Now for this storm down here, wow, okay, that's getting concerning. Okay, yeah, that's really concerning. Alright, so for the Paris, Tennessee area, you need to be in your shelter, in your safe spot in a basement right now. Bradford, Greenfield, Gleason, McKenzie, Henry, Paris, and Big Sandy are all currently in a tornado warning with a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado here. And this is a really, really mean-looking storm, in my opinion. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a tornado on the ground. I mean, the radar is just not very good here. But I clearly would not be surprised if there's a tornado on the ground with this storm. So that's why I'm really concerned about for that storm there. You know, there's a strong area of rotation. Probably the strongest area of rotation I've seen all day here. Heading towards Bradford right now. And this is a really fast-moving storm of 65 miles an hour. So I'm definitely concerned about this. I hope it's not this strong by the time it reaches the Paris area. But I'm definitely paying attention to this storm currently. We just got an extension to this tornado warning here for the Hazel areas. There's just kind of a little extension north for those storms north of Paris there that do have an area of rotation. But wow, just tons of tornado warnings impacting this area in Middle Tennessee right now. I don't think these towns are too populated. They're more rural towns, I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100%. I could be completely wrong, but I don't think these towns are too populated, which is a good thing, but they definitely do have population, so that's why we are watching this. Definitely. Alright, everybody. Hope everybody's currently having a great day. If you guys have any questions, I will answer them. Currently at 41 views right now on my stream. Thanks, everybody. Okay, so for this tornado warning still in effect here, I'm going to look real quick back at this. Looks like this storm may have weakened a little bit. Yeah, okay. So that rotation coupled just weakened a little bit, but we still have rotation with this. And now, I'm not sure if this is a tornado on the ground, but we definitely have to pay attention to this. It's not like, I mean, there's definitely rotation. It just weakened a tad bit, which is a really good sign. But remember that I am definitely watching this storm here. Also, for the storm north of Paris, that thing looks really concerning too, because there is a strong, there's a pretty decently strong area of rotation for that storm near Perrier and Hazel and Cottage Grove north of Paris. But I'm also watching this storm down towards Bradford and Greenfield that is moving really, really fast right now. We still have the storm warning in effect for Gibson and Milan and Atwood, still currently in effect right now. So definitely be taking shelter there. Now let's go check out this storm down here in the middle of the border of Mississippi here. Alrighty. So for this storm in Cary and Rolling Fork, you do need to be taking shelter. There's a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located near Sonheimer, 8 miles northwest of Tallulah, moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. This will reach Rolling Fork at around 7:45 p.m. And this is what I'm definitely watching here. And there's not an insane amount of rotation, but I am currently watching this storm significantly for that tornado potential. I'm also watching this storm up here too. That could be a concern in the future for Greenville and Cleveland. Now this storm is expected to oh man, that sucks. See that the other National Weather Service has the exact timing of when the storms are going to impact the areas, but this one doesn't. The National Weather Service in Memphis doesn't really have the timing of when it's going to impact Paris or whatever it is, or the other towns. But some really strong storms heading in right now for this tornado warning here, and definitely remain in your safe spot for Big Sandy, Perrier, Cottage Grove, Paris, McKenzie, Gibson, Milan, Bradford, Trenton, and all those different mini towns that are currently under this tornado threat here. Now, we do still have this area of rotation that I am watching currently over Greenville and Bradford, heading north towards the Big Sandy, Henry, and Paris areas, and McKenzie areas in western to northern. It's kind of like northern Tennessee, kind of northwestern Tennessee, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm really watching this storm throughout right now because I have a viewer there. But I do need to take a break soon because I need to eat food. I've not had dinner. Alrighty here. Let's look back at this storms again. I'm still watching this area of rotation near Greenfield and Bradford right now for that tornado potential. And this storm is moving really fast. It's heading right south of Paris right now, and Paris is definitely in that tornado potential still. So I'm concerned, but besides that, a really strong storm to impact Paris areas. Gibson, Milan, Atwood, Perrier is also getting impacted by this, with a lot of strong tornado warnings currently in effect, where people need to take shelter if they are in this region here. Okay. So back for the storm here near Paris, Henry, Big Sandy, and Bradford. You do need to remain in your safe spots. I am seeing a little bit of a strengthening of rotation again. There's two different areas of rotation that I'm watching. I do not think it's on the ground right now, but there's definitely potential for it to touch down. And it's a really strong storm that could easily touch down at any moment. So I'm really concerned about that. So remain in your safe spot for Mackenzie, Henry, Paris, and Big Sandy. Also for this tornado warning up here near Perrier and Hazel, as there is some areas of rotation with this too. But none of these are currently on the ground by the National Weather Service is saying. Let's look at this radar here. The update's still rotation currently. And this storm is remaining to be really strong. Wish they had a radar site here. It's a little annoying, but it's okay. Alright guys, I'm gonna go take a, actually no. So, we still have this. I think this tornado warning has expired down here, but we still have this. I'm gonna reload this real quick. Okay, yeah, that works. So Paris, Henry, Big Sandy, and Mackenzie and Gleason are still currently under this tornado warning that is in effect. So definitely be remaining in your safe spots with this tornado warning that is currently in effect here. Now, the rotation is still very there. It's not extremely strong, but it is there. But that doesn't mean you got it. That doesn't mean you shouldn't stay in your shelter. I mean, you've had warning for a really long time, and you know, these storms are definitely significant in moving in. So, yeah. Also, per year, Hazel Cottage Grove doesn't need to remain in their shelter with this tornado warning that is currently in effect too. If we go back down to this tornado warning here, down south towards Mississippi and the Louisiana border, Rolling Fork, Cary areas do need to remain in their safe spots as the tornado warning is currently in effect. There is an area of rotation that I am watching south of. This is to the south west of Cary and Rolling Fork. It's not too crazy right now, but it's definitely there. So definitely remain in your safe spot as the storm itself looks mean. It's a definitely strong looking storm that I'm watching, but yeah, definitely there with this. So hope everybody's currently having a fantastic day. Remember, if you want more details, make sure to subscribe to my channel, but you don't have to subscribe to my channel. I honestly don't mind. You completely don't. But thanks everybody for watching my stream right now. Still watching this area of rotation here, heading towards Henry and Paris. This thing's in really close to Henry and Paris and Big Sandy now. In Tennessee here, northern Tennessee. With this storm, so I am still concerned about it. The rotation is definitely remaining to be there. There's some strong winds with this too, so we're definitely watching this severe thunderstorm keep on producing a tornado around the Big Sandy, Paris, Henry, and Mackenzie areas. And I'm focusing on the storm a lot. I have a viewer that's in this, it's getting impacted by this storm, and it's probably the only area that we have 3 tornado warnings, but this is probably the only area right now that has the most concerning look for a tornado right now. Besides this area right here where we have rotation currently in southeastern Callaway County. For severe thunderstorm cable producing a tornado showing, this is radar showing strong rotation, which I definitely notice some strong rotation with that. I do not know if we have a tornado on the ground, but it's definitely a concerning looking storm with that there. But yeah, definitely some concerning looking storms. If we go back to the storm again for Paris, we're just waiting for the next weather update. The rotation is getting a little bit more broader, I'm noticing, but there still is this area of rotation in Mackenzie, Henry, and Paris regions currently, as they are currently under a tornado warning. All right. So for this storm still in effect here near Paris, I'm noticing a little bit of weakening with this storm, but I'm still watching it. I do think there's a big time wind threat for Paris and Big Sandy and Henry, and you do need to remain yourself as a tornado warning is still in effect, but I'm noticing that the threat is starting to weaken maybe a little bit. But for this storm up here, the tornado warning is really small. I don't know why they've not really extended it. Whatever National Weather Service occupies that here is not really doing the best job of making a little bit of a bigger warning. But southeastern Coway County, as from the National Weather Service in Paducah, there is a tornado warning in effect here. I do notice a strong area of a definitely strong storm and a strong area of rotation here. I don't think there's a tornado on the ground, but that definitely could change in the near future, and it's really close to being a tornado there. So I'm definitely concerned about that storm. On the southern border of Kentucky is what that storm is impacting there. They just extended a little severe thunderstorm warning there for Murray, which does include central Coway County and southwestern Trigg County in western Kentucky. Alright, so for this storm continuing here in Paris, Henry, and Big Sandy and Mackenzie areas, we still do have this tornado warning currently in effect here, and you guys do need to remain in your safe spots as there is this area of rotation. You can see these reds and greens touching. This is actually red and blue because it's a really strong inbound winds currently. So definitely be remaining in your safe spot with this storm right now. Over here towards Paris, you do need to remain in your safe spot as this tornado warning is still currently in effect. I'm really glad this hasn't produced any tornado because it was definitely looking like it earlier. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it did, but at some point, but I don't think it is right now. Watching the models right now currently. Alrighty, everybody. For the Paris and Henry areas, we do still have this tornado warning in effect with this rotation area of rotation here. You do need to remain in your safe spots as this tornado warning is still in effect for Henry and Paris. Bradford, Greenfield areas, I think you guys are now mostly in the clear from this storm, but definitely keeping an eye on this. You're still in the tornado warning, but I think you're in the clear of the storm, so you can probably get out of your safe spot if you're in Bradford areas. But Henry, Paris, and Big Sandy does need to remain in their safe spots right now. Now for the storm south of Murray here, I think the rotation couplets starting to weaken for the storm near southeastern Cowley County is a really, really good sign. So yeah. Now, for these severe thunderstorm warnings, we have a central Cowley County in western Kentucky, southwestern Trigg County in western Kentucky, and in northwestern Stewart County in Middle Tennessee are in a severe thunderstorm warning currently, as 60 miles an hour wind potential is currently in effect for this storm. Thanks, everybody. Our stream has now reached 77 views. Wow. That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much. It's great. This storm is really getting close to the Paris and Henry areas now. It's really approaching. So once this thing gets past Paris, I will stop. I will stop and take a break for a little bit. But this is a really strong storm with strong winds currently heading in towards Paris and Big Sandy areas currently. Henry is currently getting impacted by this storm here, which does include southeastern Weakley, East Central Gibson, Northern Benton, and Northern Carroll and Henry counties. Currently in Tennessee, in northern Tennessee, really close to the border of Kentucky right now. That's getting impacted by this currently. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. 1 second. Okay, everybody, so for this storm still occurring here, you do need to remain in your safe spot in Paris and Big Sandy as the storm is currently heading in. And there is this area of rotation crossing right over the Paris area right now. That needs to be very aware of this. Currently, we also have some strong winds that is heading into Paris and Big Sandy right now, as this is a really strong storm that is currently occurring for Paris, Henry, and Big Sandy areas right now, guys. You guys need to be very, very weather aware for this storm currently here. So yeah, definitely remain in your safe spot here for this tornado warning. If we go back to this tornado warning down south here towards Mississippi, wow, that is a strong looking storm now. This is a strong supercell, probably one of the strongest storms I've seen all day. For Cary and Rolling Fork areas, we currently have a tornado warning in effect. This is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado here. Take cover immediately for central Issaquah and southern Sharkey counties. I'm noticing a really, really strong and a mean-looking storm here. The only thing holding it back is the rotation. I mean, this is a really, really strong-looking storm that I wouldn't be surprised if it was producing a tornado, but the reason that it's not producing a tornado is because the rotation is really, really weak on it. I mean, it's definitely there, but it's all weak. With that storm right there. Okay. If we go back to the storm here near Paris again, they just extended that tornado warning, I'm pretty sure. If I'm not mistaken. Yep, they just extended that a little bit further north there for these storms. So we have two different storms, one to the south in Mackenzie and one to the north in Paris here. Paris, this thing is right over you, and this is a really strong storm. There's actually wind damage reports in Paris right now of just like 5 minutes ago of 1-inch tree limbs broken and shingles blown off. So that we're looking at some damage impacts here, as the tornado warning is currently in effect for Paris, Henry, Big Sandy, Mackenzie, Gleason, Cottage Grove, and Puryear right now with this storm. Take cover immediately, as this is a tornado warning in effect, and this is right crossing over the Paris area right now as strong winds and tornado potential is occurring. So remain in your safe spots, remain in your shelter if you are in this area. Currently here, I mean, I can't stress this enough. You need to stay in your shelter. Even though rotation isn't insane, you can't hold that back. You can't let your guard down. Remain in your shelter with this here currently. So yeah, Paris, Big Sandy, and Puryear, you are in a tornado warning. The rotation is currently crossing over Paris metro areas right now. That is a strong looking storm. I hope it's not producing a tornado. Alrighty here. So look back at the storm still currently across Paris and Big Sandy here. The storm is currently, we have a storm to the south, including Mackenzie and Perrick, but I'm really focused on the tornado warning which this whole area is in a tornado warning, but this really, really strong storm over Paris right now that I'm really concerned about, as there's a strong area of rotation currently over the Paris areas right now with this storm. Oh, we have a new tornado warning in effect now that the National Weather Service in Memphis just issued. This is including Friars Point, Coahoma, Lula, Crenshaw, Sledge, and North Tunica and Tunica, and Helena to West Helena here. Currently under this tornado warning that is in effect. Now, the radar is not significantly good here, but we do have a tornado warning in effect for this storm down here, so you guys do need to be taking shelter if you are in that area. All right, let's go back to our main focus here with this really strong storm. And we also have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Hopkinsville, Pembroke, Lafayette, and Cadiz and Fort Campbell North areas, where strong winds are currently occurring right now. Now, for the storm that has already crossed through the Paris areas, the strong area of rotation is currently over Paris, and I hope there was not a tornado in the Paris area. I really, really hope that nothing touched to the ground. So I really hope that whoever was watching my channel had family that was in their safe spot, as that potential there. Remain in your safe spot here for this Paris storm. This is literally a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located over Paris, moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. It is now passed by the Paris area, but I'm still watching this for the tornado potential, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was a tornado. Still a very strong storm. Even though a lot of the storm is passed by Paris and Henry, you do need to remain in your safe spots in Henry, Big Sandy, and Paris. Definitely in Big Sandy there for this tornado warning still in effect, with strong winds and really, really strong storms still occurring in the Paris metro area right now. With, I don't know if it's even a big town. Let's search a Paris population. Not Paris, France. Paris, Tennessee. See, 10,000 people. Okay, so that's actually a lot of people. There's 10,000 people living in Paris currently. Yeah. So, definitely a decent population there with this storm producing really strong winds and tornado potential. All right, I'm going to go take a break, guys. I don't know if I'll be back. I might be back, but yeah, I'm gonna turn this to AFK for a little while. Right. No, I gotta change this. Or a bit. I'm gonna change it to live AFK for a bit. Yeah, that works. That works. If I add something in real quick. Maybe this will work. Oh, you said lost some branches and a tree down in the road. Quite the wind, but no tornado for them. Okay, that's really good to hear. That's bad to hear that you had. I'm taking a break as the storm passed by, and I honestly think that. Oh wow, yeah, there's might be a tornado just past Paris now. Like literally right now that it's past Paris, I think a tornado might have just formed. So Paris got really lucky. I mean, this storm is literally right past Paris right now. I don't know. Sorry that my image there says um, this is severe thunderstorm warning. It's a tornado warning, but yeah. I'm gonna take a break for a bit. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching my stream. I'm gonna continue being live, but Jackson, Tennessee, and Denmark, Tennessee, are actually under a tornado warning now, so definitely take shelter there, and remain your states off for Helena and West Helena there too. As we have a lot of tornado warnings in effect. I just can't keep up with all of them because I am absolutely starving, and I really need to go eat food, even though I do care about my viewers. But yeah, definitely there could be a tornado there. I'm definitely a little concerned about that. I think they're showing a little bit of a CC drop. It's kind of cluttered, so it might just be radar clutter. But the rotation looks really strong, and I'm concerned for the storm past Paris. And Paris, you got really lucky, as that could have just been a tornado. So even though you lost some branches and tree down the road, it's really good thing that you didn't get hit by a tornado, and I'm glad about that. So I'm just gonna have the radar up here in motion, and yeah. One second, real quick. That's perfect, sir. Now I need to stretch it all of that. Alright, that works. There we go. Okay, so I'll just have this radar running for a little while. I know it's this major winter storm, but I gotta change that. It doesn't let me change it. But I'm trying. I'll just have the radar in effect here. But I'll be back, guys. I've been live talking for about an hour and a half.